Hi, Donna.
Hi, Rob. How are you today?
I'm super. How are you?
I'm very well, thank
Nice.
you. We're here today to talk to you about a fascinating subject that we here at the 7th grade team at ASD feel that we do fairly well, and that is collaboration. So we would like to take a few of the points that we've pulled out of our chapter and express them to you in hopefully a fun way, and maybe leave some time for questions after.
Or not.
Or not. So, there are two things that we're looking at here. We're comparing and contrasting a school that collaborates versus a school that does not collaborate. And my friend Rob here is going to take on the role of the good school, collaboration, and the bad school, non-collaboration, and the types of things that can happen in both settings.
So in a good school, there's a lot of collegial atmosphere. People work together. People have fun together.
And in a school that does not collaborate well, there is conviviality. There's, oh, Rob, it's so lovely to work with you. You're such a good teacher. And then I'm going to close my door and snicker and say, ugh, he just stinks.
It's kind of true. In good schools, there's adult-adult relationships. Adults talk to each other in an adult-type manner.
And in non-collaborative schools, it is an adult alone in their classroom, shutting the door, maybe putting up some construction paper on the door, keeping things behind closed doors, not talking to other team members. Oh, why? Because they don't have teams.
In good schools, there are mutual goals. There are shared responsibilities for participation and decision-making.
And in a non-collaborative school, we have individual goals. It's all about me. It's a very egotistical way in which to look at teaching. It's like, my goal for my student is going to be completely different than the goals that, say, the teacher next door is. But wait, I'm not even sure I'll know because I don't know what their goals are because all we do is gossip at lunch.
In good schools, there's openness. We discuss, we talk, we get ideas.
And in the other kind of school, the bad school, it is all about secrecy. What are you doing in your class today, Rob?
Oh, it's a secret.
Oh, well, I'm not going to tell you either because, you know what, I might not be doing so good, but I don't want you to know about it, and I sure don't want your help.
In collaborative schools, no one's at fault. We're all working together to have a safe and positive environment for the kids.
And in the bad school, what happens is that when something goes awry, when a parent comes in and is storming about his teacher, it's somebody else's fault. It couldn't possibly be my fault because when I close my door, I have a pure teaching environment. And because people are arrogant, there's some egotism, maybe there's some autocracy going on, and any other number of self-serving reasons why somebody else is to blame. Because if you take the blame, you might get fired. If you don't take the blame, well then you might still get fired.
In good collaborative schools, there's training. The administration expects that there'll be professional development. That professional development will help with this collaboration process.
In non-collaborative schools, the training, it doesn't even exist. Administrators do not have an expectation that there's collaboration that should go on. And oftentimes it's because the administration wants you to do what they want you to do and has nothing to do with what's good for the kids on a team level or on a grade level.
Last three things in collaborative schools have trust, they have reflection, and that helps with learning.
And obviously in the bad school, mistrust. I'm not going to trust you because why would I trust you with a problem that I have? Because you'll go running to the administrator and you'll rat me out. There's a fear of change. Oh my gosh, I've been doing it this way for 452 years. Why would I bother changing? It's territorial. It's like, oh, did you just cross the threshold of my room? Toxic. It's very toxic. And of course, this leads to the lack of reflection. And when you have a lack of reflection on the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, nothing good happens.
So let's work on that good collaborative school.
Yes.
Is it working? We're on.
Hi, now we're going to give you a very brief overview, hopefully an amusing overview of the 7 norms of collaboration. Now this is something that we've had before. It's on our team meeting walls, our bulletin boards, and we had a whole seminar on it when we first entered school. Not this past year, but the year before.
So we're going to be fast and furious.
Fast and furious.
Number 1 is pausing. Slow down, you go too fast. Hey.
And that means You got to make the morning last, which means that there is no rushing to judgment, there is no rushing to decision making. It is extremely important to take deep breaths, both when you're collaborating with your teacher friends and your students, so that you're in full understanding of what everybody means, and if you pause rather than speak right away, people know that you're listening to them.
Next up, paraphrasing. What's our song?
I forgot.
That's funny.
Okay. Well, in other words, what is our song? We don't have a song, which means we're going to paraphrase what the song is. So, if we read something from a text, what are we going to do? We're going to go, ooh, those are some big words. Or, if Rob says something to me, and I'm like, so what you're telling me, Rob, is that we don't have a song,
We don't
for,
have a song for paraphrasing, Donna.
Okay, and so it's okay.
It's all right.
All right, so that's paraphrasing. Make sure you're in full understanding of what the other person's saying or whatever literature you're quoting from.
Number 3 in our 7 norms of collaboration is probing. This is the end. We are probing for the end. Donna.
All right, and basically what that means is that is, let's ask questions. Let's make sure. It's all about understanding what the issue is, how we're going to solve the issue, and how we're communicating with each other. So you're telling me that you think our biggest problem is the fact that we didn't have a song for question 2.
That hurts a little bit.
That hurts a little
Number
bit.
4, putting forward ideas. Imagine there's no ideas. It's easy if you try.
You got to be brave. You got to have courage. In an environment of collaborative trust, everybody needs to feel that they can give their opinions safely. So, and not to be afraid that somebody's going to make fun of them. So you must be a courageous advocate in your collaboration.
Number 5, paying attention. You've got to think about what you do to me. Think.
He knows the words better than I do. All right, so what that means is that you're not just a monologue, and I'm not a monologue. And we have to be very respectful of what we say to each other, and be very thoughtful about how we approach each other in conversation. Yeah.
Number 6, this is always a tough one for me. Presuming positive
presuppositions.
We got it right.
Just an old-fashioned love song playing on the radio. This is all about the love. Basically, in a collaborative environment, what we want more than anything else is to believe that we are all in it for the same reason. That we trust each other to do the best that we can in our collaboration for our children so that they can learn. So we have to come in going, yeah, we are all here for the same reason, because
Feel the love, baby.
feel the love.
Number 7, pursuing a balance between advocacy and inquiry.
Bum, bum, ba-da-da, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum.
Start spreading the news.
We need a balance here between inquiry and advocacy. So we
We're
need
collaborating
to
today.
make sure that when we're advocating...
Okay,
that's enough.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so advocacy and inquiry. Advocacy means when is it time to advocate for a decision, and when is it time to inquire and make sure that you have all of the information you need before you make the decision. It can't be one or the other, otherwise nothing gets done.
Nice collaborating. Peace.
Peace.